foundered.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. Got a really fun video, and almost not fair if you look at the matchup here. It's Epicenter, which is the map I hate, as well as there's Tier 8 ships versus Tier 10, so pretty rough. Guys, before we begin, I'd like to say thank you for all those who are helping support the channel. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. And we're growing pretty much like a wildfire. It's pretty awesome, and we enjoy sailing ships, shooting ships, having a good time, and learning something from it. And I hope you guys can hit, either comment, dislike, whatever you like to do to make this better. And I always appreciate those supporting us getting to our goals. Like, subscribe, bell button below, and appreciate it again. Hey, so now we got the Sherman, one of my favorite. I would say probably top 2 now destroyers. My favorite is still the Ragnar, but the Sherman is awesome for the firepower that it provides. I've been waiting for this for the longest time because you had ships that could shoot what you're seeing right now, 1.5 second reloads like a Friesland with only 2 guns, 1.5 second reload with a small one, maybe 2 seconds, but never had a ship with 3 turrets that could shoot 1.1 seconds, even down to a second. And you can see I have Fearless Brawler built on it. And just look at how much fun this is. It's just the sheer volume of shells. Even though it's like single shot, single barrel firing here, just like rifle shooting here. But the amount of shells that you push out kind of makes up for that, not having a double barrel. Now, if we had double barrels, this thing would be overpowered, and it would just be, we would be done. It would be not fun for the game. However, single shells is just enough to make it fun and bearable at the same time. Tactical beaching right here, if you will, guys, because I want to throw off the enemy there because I did it on purpose. Yeah, right. Anyways, the Sherman, if you don't already know, it is basically a premium ship that's early release stages right now. It should be coming out in the next couple weeks here for coal. I believe it's around the 240,000. 240,000-ish or 230,000, something around that range, I think. I don't know yet exactly the specifics, just listening, repeating what I hear. But it is a definitely recommended ship. I mean, it is awesome. Just look what it can do. I mean, just imagine the capabilities of what you can paint with this, paintbrush up destruction. It is fun because it allows you to just left click and make things happen. But also, you notice it's just me out here with the Austin, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just saying, like, we can hold off this entire flank by ourselves because people are just scared of seeing something in smoke that's constantly lobbing out a fire breath of destruction, and people don't know what it is, and you're like, what is going on here? And you watch, you'll see battleships running away. You'll see cruisers run away. You'll see destroyers run away, all because of this one little ship is just somehow breathing fire down everybody's back, and it's just insane to match with. Look, the Salem's turning away. The Alabama's charging, but you're going to see he's not going to be alive for long. Look, 59,000 HP, and this is why it's so fun. Destroyers. We used SAP for destroyers initially, but once they nose in, use HE. The reason why I found out after testing this thing, it just seems like the SAP, the dispersion is awful. I mean, look at it. I'm barely getting the shells on, and now if they were all accurate shells, man, everything would melt. So I think Wargaming basically put a bad dispersion in there just to make it balanced enough that it wouldn't be too powerful. But he goes off of detection. We lose our Austin, by the way. So now it's just me and Shikishima over here. But I don't know why Shikishima's charging in. I probably would have just gone to the east side. If he's going to push to the east side where he can use island for cover. But look, we're going to switch to AG here so you can start a fire on the Alabama. And look, we're doing 300 to 500 damage per shot. And, it doesn't hurt as bad every second, 300. But after every second of 300 for a long period of time, you're going to see his health just start withering away. He's going like, what the crap? And even that, and that's with other people shooting at him too. I mean, yeah, this is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, it is so much fun though. If you don't know, like, while we're withering away this Alabama, which I'm sorry to say, it's kind of over. This is not fair. A long range, and this is why I built it for range mod. You can see I'm reaching out and touching him at 11.6 kilometers. It always goes out. The guns go out to 15.1 at this reload rate. And fire chance, 9% fire chance on each shell. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's not fair. Tier 10 versus Tier 8. Not the fairest thing you could say, but he's a battleship, so it balances kind of out. But we're long range spamming him, and he's nothing he can do. And he made a mistake charging in by himself and getting destroyed by us over here. Now look, we're still on the flank here, holding off 1, 2, 3, and Alabama rushed in to die, while followed by a cruiser that died. We held off literally a whole advance on the east side with the help of us and maybe 1 or 2 ships, but the Shikishima didn't really do much. Austin died early on, so like I said, we could be over here by ourselves and just be that wall threat. That's exactly what I think this ship was designed for, is just an area denial ship. And not saying it's the best. All I can say is it's kind of like a Colbert or Smolensk. If it's on the side that it can know it can spam, people kind of avoid it. And that is exactly why you need to put your presence out there on this battlefield. And that's the tactic, really. It's not to rush in and die. Because trust me, I can rush in with a Sherman and die very, very easily. I mean, it doesn't have the best armor. It's even though it's got an H pull of about 25 to 28,000 if you build it for survivability. It doesn't survive, I noticed, very well against a lot of HE, especially destroyer HE do. It's only got 19 millimeter armor, so but it absorbs. It's so big. It seems the Sherman's the easiest thing to hit because it's a big destroyer. And in order to get all your guns to bear, you got to show a little bit more broadside. So yeah, that's probably why it dies so fast. But we're going to push in right now. But a little bit about the ship. Again, if you haven't seen some of my other videos, check them out about my review about it. But I really like it, recommend it. It's a fun ship. However, I do this, caveat this with a big foot stomp. It does require a level of patience and a level of skill. Okay, what I mean by skill is the skill required to keep this thing alive is a lot higher than it is to keep a Ragnar alive, or to keep, let's say, a Holland alive, or one of those, or a Shimakaze even. I mean, Shimakaze can stay hidden the whole time. This has got 6.5 detection. Not on the Thunderstorm, of course. On a regular day, 6.5 detection's base, so you get outspotted easily. And also, it requires, I mean, look, watch me, I'm shooting here. Now, everybody can seem to hit this thing really easy, so you got to dodge, weave in, throttle, juke, a lot of things that you got to do to avoid shots, which requires a level of skill, because you got to know, hey, if there's incoming fire, which I have the incoming fire alert on, if there's incoming fire, that red exclamation point goes on, you got to do something. You got to either slow down, turn, juke away, kite away, and that's exactly why I encourage people to think about that, and that's why I take that skill. I don't even care about who's looking at me. Every time I detect it, I know someone's looking at me, because that's just the way it is with destroyers. Everybody wants to shoot a destroyer. And you'll notice the Sherman, everyone wants to shoot the Sherman, because it's a new, weird ship that's also powerful, and nobody wants that on the battlefield. It's kind of like a Smolensk. You see a Smolensk, everybody starts aiming at it. It's like you're a magnet for death. I'm just saying. But so right now, what are we doing right here? So epicenter. Our teams are kind of equal right now. We've lost equal amount of ships, so I'm going to push in and try to take out these two destroyers. Now, the Sherman, I'll tell you right now, is not the greatest at attacking destroyers. You think it would be. However, remember that first thing I told you about, it's very susceptible to HE, and especially destroyer HE if they know how to aim, because we're so big, and most DDs are smaller than us, and we only got 3 single-barrel guns while everybody else has got double-barrel. So it is a little bit harder for us to hit ships and take them down, while we're providing more broadside and more time for them to shoot us. That's what I've seen. That's what I've noticed after playing this thing. So you got to be very careful on taking destroyers. The only way I've seen to really work well is if you're really close in, you can use your 5-kilometer hydro, smoke up, and you can hydro smoke shoot. Or you can also have a teammate with you, go with you, spot, and have distract the destroyer, and that's really the only way to attack. I really don't go head on because of lack of heals, and we die really fast. So you can't do it like a Smolin or Ragnar, or maybe even a Z52. You can't really go that attack style. Vampire's good at doing it, but the Sherman, I've noticed, is more of a standoff weapon. It's really not something you push in and brawl with. It's more of this standoff area denial weapon that works really, really well if you just use it very wisely and patiently, because it can't really cap in a sense, and although I cap the middle here, it's not designed for that initially on. I think it's more designed to stand off, wither away the team like the meta's been going lately, wait until half the ships die, and then you can start pressing in and go head-to-head, mano-a-mano, one-on-one. Kind of like this situation here, we got the Fantastique or the Salem, which is a threat right now. Bad on me. I should have literally not stopped here, because you got to know the Salem's radar goes out to 7.5, so I thought, okay, I'm 9 away. He's not going to push in. He's showing full broadside. Now, watch what the sap shells can do to cruisers. These things melt cruisers, okay? 1,700 damage. Good God. Now, someone's got a spotting you, of course, so that's bad. Now, he is undetected, and I'm in the smoke. That's bad, because now he pops radar right there. There's a tactic right there you got to know about. You got to know about radar ships, what their distances and ranges are. So I know he's within 7.5. I got to get out of here. So if I get shot at right now, he's a fast-firing reload ship like a Des Moines. Salem's very bad. You got to run away. See, so there he is. He's firing at me right now. I got to angle away. Let's create a slim profile. But again, I got to also build distance away from him. So I got to manage 2 things at once. I got to juke left, right, as well as throttle away, and there I'm out of sight of his range. Salem's okay to beat. He's only got 7.5 kilometer radar range. You got that, no big deal. run away. Now, the other thing I'm going to think about is this other Fantastique is over here somewhere, and yep, there's his Torps, and I know he's somewhere over here doing something. So I want to head towards his direction while the other GJ Merker, whatever it is, he's going to hold off with the smoke there. Salem actually turned back around and went into the island there, so that's why he didn't see me anymore. So now we are going to figure out, oh, that's a bad deal, but actually this is actually a good video right here to see us melt a cruiser. So he's at 40,000 HP. Watch what the sap shells can do. I mean, 1,300. Let's see if we can wither way down a zombie Salem, which has this super heal, by the way, but I don't think his super heal can keep up with our rate of fire. He's preoccupied with Yamato. This is what the bread and butter of the the 4th Sherman can do is this. It's this fire support. You are literally a machine gunner who is there that is not really maneuverable. You're heavy, but you can really lay down the fire and just wither away an opponent. And he can't turn his guns fast enough. By the time he turns his guns around and shoots us and not be preoccupied, he is done. Look at that, 4,400. We can get these shells. Again, see the dispersion. It's pretty awful, right? But the more amount of shells you hit, the more out there, you get something done. And boom, RIP, back to 40 goes Salem, and boom goes Dynamite. We go back in the middle and see if we can take on the other 2 or 3 destroyers that are contesting this cap here. I think one of the other destroyers is out there messing with the Yamato, so we got some kind of advantage. I know that the 2 Fantastiques are low health, and they don't have heals. So we're kind of at an advantage because we don't have heals either. The one issue I noticed that the 4 Sherman going against things like Hollands or anything with hills, they do struggle because their guns are accurate and they can heal up while you're shooting and you can't heal. So we can see if we can get a free shot here on the Fantastique. Midway takes out the Emmelman. Let's see if we can get a nice one shaft shell could really destroy that, ruin that Fantastique's world. We're going to keep pressing in. I wish my Hydro's up. I'm making a very daring choice here because I don't have Hydro. He's spotted within his range, and look, we just go to town on him. His guns are slow to turn. He didn't realize we were over here, and look at this. We are just going to blap him and melt him with sap. Bam! He is out of there, and ooh, can we get a double kill here? Let's see if we can get some nice aiming here. Come on, doesn't matter because if you spit out enough vomit, it's gonna stick. Boom, double kill. 2 times 2. We got both of them. That's right. That is why this thing is badass. This thing literally is a cool meme ship for just spray and pray kind of style battles, which I think is fun. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I mean, we're playing this for fun, okay? We're not trying to get, bonus points here or medals. We're just having fun, testing out tactics, techniques, and seeing what works. 3 kills in the game. I decided to sit here and go, who do I help here? Do I go for the cruiser or do I go for the destroyer? Now, priority, I always use the same priority to go off of. The worst thing out there is the destroyer. Concealment's better, it's faster, got torpedoes. The Prince Eugen is out there going really slow. CV can spot him, and the Pommern's got him. So guess what? We'll let them handle it. We'll go after the lone DD, and I think he is low health. I think that was the last time I saw his health pool. He was pretty low. So we're going to go out there and see if we can stir up some danger here. A couple other good things I like about while we're waiting here. Just saying, I think we spot him in the next minute here. Going straight ahead. A couple other things to talk about. What I like about it is the Hydro and the Smoke combo is really good if you can really get it to work. You can't use it early on because of the amount of radar out there and also a lot of DDs that have, like, for example, a Z52 has 6-kilometer Hydro. So he outbeats you there. So if you know you got a Z52 on your side, you got to avoid that. Next thing is if you use the Hydra, you gotta push in. It forces you to push in really close, and that's too close for my comfort, especially in this ship, because we don't have as many guns as a lot of other destroyers. Rate of fire is great and all, but if you can't get them all on the target, and then you have to expose a broadside, and remember, you don't have heals, so if you're gonna take damage right off the bat in the beginning of the game, it's not good for the end of the game, which is what matters. You need to survive the end of the game. Just like I did right now. I have 10,000 health left, but guess what? I'm still alive. You're useless if you can't use your guns. You're useless if you're dead. You might as well try to survive as best you can. And look, I'm getting 3 kills out of it, and I'm also helping the team cap, and I'm also trying to kill another destroyer, and that's what wins games. He spotted real quick right there. Okay, let's see if we can get guns on the bear. Gun turrets are very quick to move and turn, as opposed to his. And do we get the shot off, ladies and gentlemen? Keep firing, and bam! R.I.P. Hayate. RIP back to Porty. And here's a technique again. Destroyers always love to shoot torpedoes, so always slow down, cut the throttle, aim in, speed up a quarter speed, wait for it. There they are. Pick a hole and go for it. That is how you counter that torpedo effect right there, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime you see a destroyer not firing at you, you kill him, aim towards him, cut the throttle, wait, then throttle up. And that's the technique right there. Turning back around, it looks like we got the epicenter there, but can you believe we lost our bomber? I cannot believe that. A battleship losing to a cruiser, happens, but I cannot believe it happened this late in the game. We have to kill this this cruiser, ladies and gentlemen. Or, you know, if we want a Kraken, that'd be cool. But what we're going to do is try to go back towards the center and prevent him from getting the middle, because still 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. I don't think he'd win on points, but if he kills us and gets the cap and stops it, he could potentially win. I'm not going to chance it. We'll take a shot right now at a broadside cruisers. This is the Sherman's favorite breakfast meal. And we're going to fire right here. Now watch this. Like, look at the skill required. He fires, and you got to know, like, basically when he fires, do you juke, do you speed up? Just whatever you got to do to avoid those shots. Any kind of damage on you is damage that lasts throughout the game. Remember that. That's why I like to shoot at destroyers no matter what that don't have heals, like Shimikazes, Hayates, anything that doesn't have heals. Gearings, what other things out there? Other destroyers out there that don't have heals. Frieslands, anything you know that doesn't have a heal, shoot it, because it will matter in the long run if they survive. I mean, just like you saw, the last 3 destroyers barely had any health left. We just had to get a couple shots on target, and he's dead. Okay, we can go for the Kraken here, but with 9:20 left, I was like, I am not sure about it. Well, I want to shoot him, but the Fearless Brawler, this is awesome. When you have Fearless Brawler and you can shoot at a distance, you can really get this reload down to 1 second. It's really, really fun. We'll shoot at him right now. We'll start up and pop smoke and see how much damage we can get off of him. Look, these are full pins, ladies and gentlemen, like 1,100. Now, I think I could have survived. Carry gets a good shot on him. I think I could have survived if I just stayed out of my smoke, but without the CV spotting, it's kind of worthless shooting at this point. Only 20 seconds, or sorry, about 2-3 seconds left in the game here, and it's okay. We won. It would have been nice to get a Kraken for the video purposes, but we just want to play conservative. But we had a good time with this Sherman. 4 kills. Ending the game, winning the game. Like, subscribe, bell button below, guys, to support the channel. Smash if you love the ship. I would smash that like button as well, and appreciate all those supporting us and growing the channel. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. Hope you guys liked the video. Like or comment, comment, whatever you want to call it, or dislike and criticize, whatever you want to do. Hey, we love to hear your thoughts, because it's a great ship. Any better techniques or tactics you got out there, we'd love to learn. We'd love to hear, and appreciate all those out there as well. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Be safe. Cheers.